Well, howdy, ladies and gentlemen. Rizzlebop here. And folks, I don't know when you're seeing this video, but it's almost March. I'm starting to hear the birds chirp. Soon we're going to see the grass popping up. It's going to be time for cooking out. Warm weather, sunshine. And today, we're talking about potato salad. And not just any potato salad. We're talking about good old Southern style potato salad. Because, well, I'm in the South, and that's what I like. And if you're in the South, you know what I'm talking about. And if you're not in the South, give it a try. Okay? Folks, this is some good stuff. And normally, we talk about the entree more than the sides. But this is a special side because it goes with just about everything. And we're cooking it up for you today. So let's get started. Our ingredients: sweet relish, some sweet baby gherkins. I know you'll wonder about that, but I will explain it as we get there. A little mayo, a little mustard, smoked paprika, a sweet onion, some boiled eggs, because I like that in my potato salad, celery, well, and the star of the show, the potatoes, right here. So these potatoes, they're raw. We peeled them, and then I did take a little knife and kind of nick those eyes out because, well, I don't like my food looking back at me. So I didn't want the eyes in there. That's kind of bizarre. Plus it just presents better if they're clean white potatoes. Okay? And I don't want my food looking at me. I'm just saying. So what we're going to do first is get these potatoes sliced up and over into a pot, and then get them cooked up nice and soft. So what we want to do with this potato first, take this big guy here. What we're going to do is split this potato pretty well down the middle. Get her into two halves, like so. And then we're going to take this and cut it into about 4 pieces. So we'll make 3 cuts. So we'll split it down the middle. We'll split it again. And we'll split that again. And then the other half. Pretty simple. Into the bowl and on to the next. So we're not going to bore you with me cutting more potatoes in the same fashion. That's how you do it. We're going to get these other 3 guys cut up, and then we'll go to the next step. They're going to break up a little bit more once they get cooked and we start mixing everything together. We're just going to put them into our pot. And add water. Okay, they're covered in water. I would say 1 inch or 2 inches higher than the potatoes. And now we're just going to get them over on the stove and get these guys to cooking up to the stove. So we're going to let those cook for a little while. We'll come back and we'll show you how to know when they're done. Alrighty folks, so we boiled these potatoes for between 15 and 20 minutes. And the way you know they're done, take a fork and you reach right down in there and poke it into one of the big pieces. And when you pick it up, right when it gets to the top of the water, it'll pull back off of the fork. Watch this. See, it lifts it, and when I get to the water surface, it pulls free. That's how you know the potatoes are ready. If the potatoes are not ready yet, you'll pick it all the way up out of the water, boil for another minute or 2, and check again. but you don't want them so soft that they're just mushy, or you won't have any body to the potato salad. So we're gonna let these cool for a little bit, and then we'll take it up from there. Stay tuned. All right, everybody. We just showed you how to tell when your potatoes are ready to go, cooked thoroughly. You just want to take those, put them in a strainer over in the sink, let the water drain out for several minutes. Give it probably 10-15 minutes at least. You can even let them cool off for a half hour if you want, that's fine. So those are in the sink right now. We'll get those in just a couple of minutes. For now, we're going to start mixing up our dressing mix that becomes the base of our delicious southern potato salad. Okay, we got about a cup of mayonnaise here. Just going to take that, put it right into our mixing bowl. Get on in there. Get on in there. Pull that goodness out. You can use whatever kind of mayonnaise appeases your heart. Yellow mustard. We're going to do about 2 tablespoons of this to start with. We may add a little bit later. We'll probably do 1.5 now, and then we'll add a little bit later if we need. That right on in there. Start to mix this up. I like my potato salad with a little bit of tartness that the mustard gives, and a little bit of salt. That's probably a half a teaspoon. And then we're going to do a little pepper, probably about a 1/4 teaspoon. Shake that in there. We'll taste it and see you in a moment. See? Now, this is the seasoning that's going to make this thing pop. This is called Creole kick. If you don't have this, certainly recommend you get some. You can also use Creole spice seasoning from Zatarain's or otherwise, but this is solid. It's good stuff. So I put about 2 tablespoons in a little dish here, and we're going to hit this a little sprinkle. And again, check it out. I'm going to go ahead and get that mixed up. See, we got our mayonnaise, and it has a little yellow twinge due to the mustard. That's what you're looking for. Okay, now let's get those potatoes. Okay, here's our 4 potatoes that we cut earlier, cut, peeled, and cooked, not in that order. So the pieces look a little large now, but as we start to mix this, they're going to start to get a little smaller and break down a bit. It's going to be great. Okay, so now we're going to get some of this relish in. And what I've done here is I actually took some whole baby gherkin sweet pickles. I sliced them and chopped about a half a cup worth. I'm going to go ahead and get us a good handful of that. Put that in there. And then I've got, I'd say a heaping half a cup to 3/4 of a cup of relish. So I like the juice and the more sauciness of that. We're going to put a good portion of that in. Not all of it yet. Probably about 2/3 of that in. Get that in there. Okay. And then this was, I would say a medium to, on the smaller side, a medium yellow onion. And I only put about half of the onion in here. I chopped about half of it up, put the other half up for, we'll do something with it later. And this, I'm just going to get kind of a handful, sprinkle it in there, just like that. We may add more once we taste this. And celery, I did 3 sticks of celery. I took it, sliced it long ways, then kind of chopped it up into relatively small pieces. I'm going to do a good handful of that. This onion and this celery is going to give us some nice crunch. It's going to be good. We may add the rest of that in a few minutes. So We also hard-boiled 5 eggs. So I did 5 eggs to 4 potatoes because I like the egg. Here they are. We've already cooked them, shelled them, gave them a little rinse. Make sure you don't want any hard pieces left in there. Nobody's gonna like that. We use an egg cooker. Highly recommend it. The shells just fall right off. If you don't have one, you can also just boil them in a pot on the stove for a few minutes. We use an egg cooker. Do it how you like. So all we're going to do with this egg is take our knife, take our egg, slice it down the middle, another slice to the side, another slice to the opposite side. So we made 3 slices and we have 4 segments, and then we turn and we're going to go cut, cut, and drop. Just like that. Let's do it again. Down the middle, to one side, the other side, turn, cut, cut, and drop. We're just going to repeat that for the other 3 eggs, and then we're on to the next step. Okay, we have all 5 eggs in now. We have, again, celery, onion, sweet pickles, and relish, and a little bit of seasoning. We're gonna do a little mix, okay? It's more of a folding action. That's how else you're gonna mix this. Under, up, and turn it. Just keep going. Keep going. Under, up, and turn. Alright, so now I'm going to add a little bit more salt here. It's probably another 1/4 teaspoon or so. Get that little turn. So based on what we have here, this is our consistency. So I'm going to add a little more mayo and a little more mustard. It's probably another 1/4 cup. Let's get that in there. And our mustard. I'm going to go with another good tablespoon. And we're going to fold it again. Okay, so I'm going to switch up my spoon here because this is pretty, I think what it is the flavor is so incredible, it's bending the spatula. I know. So I went to the old wooden spoon. Yeah, now we can turn it. Now we can turn it. Turn it around in a circle. Just keep turning it. But don't do a perfect circle. It could be a sign of insanity. Alright. I'm going to give this a quick taste. It's getting there. Very close. So we're going to go ahead and put in the rest of our gherkin pieces I diced. We're going to go ahead with the rest of our relish. A little bit more onion. A little bit more. And the rest of our celery. A little bit more salt. And a little more black pepper. And I'll have the whole recipe down in the description. So just click there, take a list, hit the store. You can knock this out yourself. And we're going to go ahead with the rest of our Creole kick Creole seasoning. I'll give it a little turn, and then we'll put the rest of that Creole in. I'm telling you, this is good stuff, guys. Your mouth should be in full wateration mode right now. If not, call your local doctor. Get him to check that out, because this stuff is jamming. Notice by now your potato pieces have very much broken down. You don't have those giant chunks of potato. Now you have nice bite-sized broken pieces. We're going to taste this again because, I mean, I can. All right. I'm going to go ahead with the rest of this. A little more salt. Potatoes can handle a lot of salt, I'm not going to lie. And the Creole kick is actually low sodium, so you're not doubling up on your salt by putting that with salt. That stuff right there just moves it from Flavorland here right up to here, right past the top of your head. Oh yeah. If I had a t-shirt that said "Love Thy Flavor," I'd wear it right now. One more taste. You get that crunch, that sweet, that little bit of Creole spice and kick in there. So listen, here's the last step. These potatoes and all the ingredients by now have kind of come up to about room temperature, and you want this stuff cold. You want it chilled. So what we're going to do is get this in the fridge. You can put it in there for, give it at least 30 minutes. Give it a few hours if you can. And then we're going to hit it with a little bit of smoked paprika. That'll take it right on over the top. Serve it up to your friends. Let me know what you think. Give me some comments. Give me some feedback. Do you like something else in your southern style potato salad? Let me know. But I'm telling you, this is the jam sauce right here. And there it is, folks. Got that smoked paprika sprinkled around on the top. Looks beautiful. That is some delicious southern style potato salad. Well folks, that wraps up today's episode. Make this. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. Anything you like about it, you don't like, anything you do different. Anything you just want to share and add about it. Let me know. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you for watching. Until next time, Rizzlebot is out.